This is the explanation for problem 7 for all y'all who are on break or left early. I wish I was leaving early, but here's number 7. Using your data for solutions 1 through 5 from data 2, show how the red color value and the green color value changes with concentration. Concentration should be on the x-axis and the color value should be on the y. Be sure to label your x-axis and your y-axis and title your graph. Your red values should be plotted in red, and your green values should be plotted in green. If your data series should be fit to a trend line. Make sure to label each trend line with an equation and have a key. Your plot should have a plot title in the form of y variable versus x variable, and there's an example on Canvas. The first thing you're going to do here is you're going to scroll up to data table 2 and highlight everything up to solution 5. So if you don't have the ability to do that because you have a Chromebook, you are going to click concentration. Then you are going to click the shift button and then the down key until you get to solution 5. Then you are going to click, while still holding the shift button, the right arrow. Great. This is highlighted. So we're going to scroll down back to number 7. I am going to go to insert. I'm going to chart. Right now, we have a bar chart. We don't want to have a bar chart. We want a scatter plot that we can then add trend lines onto. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go scroll up on this side thing here to the chart type, and then I'm going to scroll to where it says scatter. This will automatically make concentration as your x-axis. Where look, coincidentally, that's what I asked for. Concentration should be on the x-axis. So the color value should be on the y. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take away these annoying boxes. To do that, you're going to click on the lines. It says grid line and scroll down to where it says grid lines and ticks on the side. We are on the vertical axis. We're getting rid of the major grid line. We're adding major ticks. We are then getting rid of the major grid lines for the horizontal axis. And then we're adding major ticks. Oh dear, I didn't do that. There we are. Great. Now let's look at the next piece of instruction. Your red values should be plotted in red. In order to do that, we are going to click on our red values and it goes to the series thing. This is not red, this is blue. So I'm going to make it this nice pastel-y color for our red values. I'm going to click on the green value. I'm going to make it a nice pastel-y green. Great. If you are colorblind, let me know and we can talk about different colors for this. Then I'm going to label my axes. So what that means is I'm going to click this bottom part here. It says horizontal axes. And then I'm going to right click. I'm going to do chart and axis title, horizontal axis title. So if you have a Chromebook, you can do control and then click and it'll get you to the same box. I'm going to name my horizontal axis molarity in moles per liter. And I forgot an E. And I'm going to press enter. And I'm going to do the same thing for my vertical. I'm going to click this box, go to vertical title, and I'm going to do color value. Okay. The last thing we need, according to this, is your plot should have a plot title in the form of y variable versus x. So we're going to chart title. Our y variable right here says color value. So we're going to write color value. And then we're going to write versus. And then we're going to write molarity. So now our plot looks pretty good, but we need a trend line. In order to do that, we are going to click our red values. We're in the series customize tab again. I'm going to scroll down. And then we are going to click trend line. It made us a trend line. That's great. We are going to label this trend line with an equation using an equation. Great. We're going to click show R squared. I'm going to do the same thing for the green values. So it's series You scroll all the way down, trend line, label, use equation, show R squared. Now, coincidentally, for problem 8, we need a slope of these trend lines. So let's look at our slope of our red trend line. It is 3.37 times 10 to the 6. That's what the E means. So we are going to write equals 3.37 times 10 to the 6. And press enter. And then for our green color, for our slope, we have negative 5.57 times 10 to the 6. So we have equals negative 5.57 times 10 to the 6. Great. Let's look at our intercept. So our intercept is back here. For red, it's 102. And for our green, it's 126. We're going to write that down here, 102, 126. And then we're going to copy our R-squareds. And they are 0.93 for our red and 0.936 for our green. We're doing that. 3, 7, 0.936. So here's the thing. These line values are actually not very helpful. So what we're going to do is we're going to write better equations so that we understand what's going on here. So remember, our Y values are color values and our X values are molarity. So where we see X, we're going to go back to series. We're going to go to red value. We're going to go to trend line. We're going to change the label to custom. See how it now says trend line for red value. Great. We are going to say that our color value is equal to, and this is our slope, remember, so 3.37, and let's remember what it is from. Oh dear, we'll go back there, the 6 times 10 to the 6, and then we're multiplying it by absorbance, or sorry, by molarity, times our molarity, and then our intercept was something like 102 plus 102. This is a much more indicative equation. So we know that if we put in any molarity, we could get out any color value. We're going to do the same thing for our green trend line. So that trend line had an equation of, we click custom, it had an equation of color value is equal to negative 5.57 times 10 to the 6 times molarity plus 126. We press enter, and populated. The great news is, so we have our key here, our red value is these dots, our pastel line is our trend line, and so forth. We are all good. That is how to do number 7. Have a great day. Yeah.